Good morning everybody. Welcome to my bathroom yet again. It's been a few weeks since I've vlogged, and that is mainly because we are still in lockdown. We're still ordered to stay home, so there is not much that I have been doing these past few weeks. But me and the hubby have taken a week off work for his birthday, which is tomorrow. So today's Tuesday. So over the weekend we didn't do much. And yesterday we went for a nice little walk actually, because all of a sudden the sun came out and we just thought, let's go now. So we went on a really short walk just in the woods near us, which was really nice. So I'll insert some footage at some point of yesterday's walk, because it was one of those like early spring days where the sun was really warm and the sky was just amazing. There was no clouds. There was like not one cloud in the sky. But today I've actually got a full-on day. So first of all, I'm treating myself to a little bit of some Elemis skincare because my face has been all kinds of crazy. It's like one day it's dry and flaky, the next day it's really oily. So I'm just giving it some TLC today. So I'm just using the Elemis Pro-Collagen Cleansing Balm, which is one of my favourites. So after I've done my skincare, we're going to take a trip to Home Bargains for the first time ever. I've never been to Home Bargains, which I can't believe because I absolutely love B&M. And apparently, depending on where you live, Home Bargains is actually better. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not just going for the hell of it, by the way. We actually do need some bits and pieces. So that's where we're going first. And then, depending on what I can't get from Home Bargains, we're actually going to go to the supermarket just to pick up a few bits for dinner over the next couple of days. So that was just my Elemis toner. This is the Ginseng toner, rehydrating, really nice toner. Doesn't dry your skin out at all, and it smells amazing. And I actually put that on while my skin is still wet. I'm trying my best not to aggravate my skin, so I'm trying as little towel drying as possible. So next I'm just going to spritz this all over my face. So this is the Elemis Superfood Kefir Tea Mist. It's kind of like a moisturising mist. Just layering the goodness. So to finish off, I'm just going to take this. Now this is one of my faves. This is the AHC Essential Real Eye Cream for Face. Now this is a Korean skincare brand, I believe. Yes, it is. So it's basically an eye cream that you can put all over your face. And since I've started taking care of my skin under my eyes, and also getting a bit more sleep and drinking a hell of a lot more water, probably can't tell because the lighting in here is making me look a bit crazy, but the dark circles under my eyes and the ridges as well have actually improved slightly, which is nice. So once that's soaked in, I'm actually going to put a bit of BB cream on today because I don't know, I just feel like it. This is one of my favourites. This is the Nivea BB cream. It's like a tinted moisturiser and it's got SPF 20 in it. So it's been quite sunny these past couple of days. And I know the UV levels will be next to minimal, but still, any bit of anti-aging I can get my hands on, you best believe I'm gonna put it on my face. So the reason I like this Nivea BB cream is because it blends really easily. There have been BB creams before that I've used that as soon as you put them on your face and you try blend them, they start to ball up and dry up, and that's not great when you've got a tinted moisturiser that you're trying to blend over your face so you don't end up with orange patches everywhere. And this one doesn't do that. It's a really nice moisturiser. Like I said, it's got SPF in it and it blends really nicely. Also mine is in the light skin tone shade, but if you have really, really pale skin, it might be a little too dark. Just brushing Benefit Gimme Brow through my eyebrows so that they don't end up going crazy while we're out. I have a tendency to rub my face and my eyes and my eyebrows, and then before you know it, I look like your granddad with eyebrow hair like this. So I'm going to try this under my eyes as well. I've already tried this, but I tried it without anything on my face and it was a little bit orange. So this is the Pixi Vitamin C Under Eye Brightener and it's in the shade Peach. Now, from what I remember, I didn't see any other shades of this, but it comes with an applicator like that and you're meant to just like squeeze a little bit under your eyes and massage it in with that, but I'm actually just going to put a little bit on my fingers and dab it in because I want to control how much I put on. It's not thick, it's not like a concealer. So I don't know if that's made any difference whatsoever. I mean, it might do outside in the sunlight, but in here, it just looks the same. We'll probably take one step outside and my husband will be like, why are your under eyes orange? It'll be interesting to see how that fares under foundation actually. I might try that one day. Finishing off with the Clinique Moisture Surge Lip Balm. This is wonderful. It's a little bit expensive for lip balm. I think it was about £15, but a little goes a long way and it really helps if you have really dry chapped lips like I do. I tend to put a lot on before I go to bed as well, and then it acts a bit like a lip mask, which is really nice. So that's my skincare done. I feel like I look exactly the same as I did when I started, but I feel nicer, so that's what counts. So now we're going to take a trip to Home Bargains, like I said, and then we'll pick up some essentials from Tesco, and then I will be baking Danny a birthday cake. So this is the first time I've done proper baking since probably Christmas time. And I don't think I've made an actual full-on cake since probably this time last year. I love baking, don't get me wrong, but our kitchen is just not the best for baking. But I'm excited to get back into baking. I will film as much of it as I can for you. But for now, and then this evening I'm gonna make a really nice like prawn and chorizo creamy pasta, and I might put some brandy in it and flambe it as well, purely for the joy of setting things on fire. So I'll see you soon. Well, this is a new filming setup. We're in my spare room at the moment because there's just no light anywhere else in the flat. So we did Home Bargains and we did to Tesco. As you saw, we got McDonald's for lunch because it's our week off, so it's fat week. So we're having everything that we don't normally have this week. And I'm not sure my belly's handling it very well, to be honest. So we're having all the snacks. Is that the phone? So we are having all the snacks, all the chocolate, all the sweets, all the fizzy drinks, takeaways. So yeah, we're cramming it in now while we can, because come next Monday, we're going to be back on the healthy eating. So yeah, Home Bargains was really good actually. Don't know if it was better than B&M, but that might just be our Home Bargains where we live. But it still had quite a good choice of like your usual cleaning products, and it had a load of Mother's Day gift ideas and Easter like Easter crafts and decorating things. So if you're wanting some cute little Mother's Day gifts, definitely check out Home Bargains. It's got loads. It had loads and loads of sweets and chocolates and things, which we've already stacked out our cupboards, so I didn't get any of that. But I'll probably do my Home Bargains haul in another video, because otherwise this video is going to be way too long. But I did want to show you a couple of things that I've got from Beauty Bay, because it's probably spent more than I should have done on there. Put my coffee on the floor, and I'm probably going to forget about it and kick it over. This is the Beauty Bay box. Now the reason I'm not doing this as a separate Beauty Bay haul is because I only actually got 3 things. But one of them is quite a big purchase, so I thought I would unbox it and show you today. So the first thing I got, which came packaged in quite a bit of bubble wrap, is some Foreo masks. Now I have the Foreo UFO 2, which my husband got me for Christmas, and he got me 2 of these packets of face masks, but they are going down pretty quickly. So I've actually got the Glow Addict Enhanced Brightening Pearl Infused masks. So I'm really excited to see what these feel like. I was so pleasantly surprised when I saw that Beauty Bay stocked Foreo products and the tools as well. And before I go any further in this haul, it was my first time shopping from Beauty Bay, and if you sign up and you're a first time shopper on there, you will get 20% off. So I actually saved 20% on all of these things. So I thought I'd get some of these while I could. So excited for those. And then I got my first Beauty Bay eyeshadow palette. I have heard so many good things about these palettes. And yes, I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. However, I don't have like yellows and greens and things like that. So I got the 42 colour Bright palette. So as you saw, the box came packaged in like this plastic sleeve, and the palette comes in this box, which is actually really nice. And then the palette itself comes in bubble wrap again. So this is what the outside of the palette looks like. So inside you have another film of plastic, probably not doing the earth any favours. Here are the colours. Oh my god. This isn't the matte palette. I nearly went for the matte palette, which is basically exactly the same shades, but they are all mattes. But this is a mix of mattes and shimmers, and I'd say it's probably about half and half shimmers and mattes. Hold it up a little bit closer so you can see the colours. Absolutely beautiful. So I literally have the whole rainbow of eyeshadow colours now, which technically means I never have to buy another eyeshadow palette, but you know that's not going to happen. So yeah, like I said, I've heard really good things about Beauty Bay's own eyeshadow palettes. So apparently the formula is nice, the colour payoff is really good, and it was really affordable. So if you've never shopped from beautybay.com, get yourself on there, sign up, get that 20% off code, and try out one of these palettes. Salted caramel latte, by the way. I really wanted the lacto-free milk, but they didn't have it. I could have sworn Costa did lacto-free milk, but they only had like the alternatives of like soya, almond, oat. I was just like, just give me milk, I'll suffer, it's fine. So the last thing that I got, and the reason this box was so big, I mean, I'm not a makeup artist, however, I purchased myself a full set of Zoeva makeup brushes, including the bag. I have had my eyes on this for frickin' ages, but it's like something like 180 odd quid, and I just thought, that's a lot of money. However, you do get 25 brushes and you get a makeup bag for them to go in. And I also got the 20% off, about 30 something pounds off. I mean, it felt like Black Friday again. The whole bag comes in a box, which is then in this sleeve. So take the sleeve off. This is the box inside the sleeve. Now the only thing That's a little bit of a shame. However, the product inside isn't affected, but the box that it's come in is a little bit damaged there and in the top corner there, but it's not that big of a deal. So in here, it's like a magnetized flip box. The whole thing comes in a dust bag as well. You could probably keep stuff in this, but it is only a dust bag, so it is thin, so I wouldn't keep heavy things in it. But to be fair, I'm probably just going to keep this in it. It's quite a nice little dust bag. Here she is. So I believe it's a faux leather, but I will double check and I will link this down below as well. So it's like a 3-compartment bag. And the first compartment, it's got like tissue paper in between each compartment as well, which is nice. So this is your first compartment. It's got 2 little zip net pockets up here, and then it's got some little plastic pockets at the bottom. And then the back compartment, so this bit's really cool. You've got 3 little pouches and they're all see-through, so you can see what's in them, and they've got like a little magnetic clasp closure, but the flaps are all in that leather effect. And then you've got a little compartment here for some of your brushes, and then the middle compartment is where they hid the brushes. So in this bit, it's fully plastic lined and sealed so that if you get any makeup on here, you can just wipe it clean, which is amazing. You've got like elastic holder strappy thingies on that side, and you've got smaller straps on the other side. These are the brushes. Now there are 25 of these, and they are a mix of the luxe and the standard brushes, and the bigger ones actually come in like a solid tube to protect them, which is really nice. So you've got face brushes and eye brushes, eyebrow brushes. So excited. I almost don't want to use them because I love how clean they are right now. So that is my little beauty bay haul. Little as in items, big as in I spent a crap ton of money. But we're still not going anywhere, still not going shopping, not going out to eat, not having house parties unlike some of our neighbours. And like I said, I've been eyeballing these brushes for ages, and I've always wanted to try one of Beauty Bay's palettes, so I thought I'd get one while I had 20% off. So like I said, I'll link this stuff in the description below. I'll also link this morning's skincare items that I used. But now I'm going to set you up in the kitchen because I have a cake to bake, and I'm not looking forward to the amount of washing up that is coming my way. So I have the ingredients to make Battenberg cake. Insert picture of traditional Battenberg cake, which I'm not doing exactly traditionally. I'm going to make a round Battenberg cake because I've made Battenberg a couple of times before and I don't have the specific expensive Battenberg tin, and it always ends up giving me a little bit of a meltdown. So I'm going to try a round one this time. Again, insert picture of what I mean. So I'm basically going to make 4 cakes. I mean 2 plain like white sponges and then 2 pink sponges, and then I'm going to do some wizardry and try and checkerboard it. It could turn out cute, it could go horrifically wrong, but it'll still taste nice. So I will link the recipe down below. For the sake of saving time and effort, I'm going to double the recipe because obviously this cake is going to be a little bit bigger than a traditional square Battenberg. And I'm going to calculate the ingredients and split them in half. Let's see how that goes. I've moved you a little bit so that you can see a bit better, but the tripod's really high, so when I'm walking about, you're going to be shaking about. first batch is in the oven and I have a sweat on. No matter what I do, like all the tricks of the trade, like adding a bit of flour in with the eggs, using room temperature ingredients, it curdles every single time. Right at the last minute as well, when I think, oh my god, this is going really well, it's not going to curdle, it splits. I am not applying for the Great British Bake Off until I can make a sponge mix that doesn't curdle. So in other words, never. So half of the batch is in the oven, and with the other half of the batch I'm just going to add a tiny bit of pink food colouring. This is the colour Claret. It's like a gel food colouring. These are the professional food colours because I like to spend money. So I've changed my mind. I'm using Christmas Red instead. So the first batch is out, looking slightly flatter than I would have hoped, but never mind. So the second lot are in the oven now. I tipped these out of the tins to cool, but had I have left them in the tins, I probably wouldn't have had all this damage. Anyway, so I have these two cutters here. I'm going to cut each cake into 3 rings, and then kind of like interchange between white and pink cake, and then stack them on top of each other, and hopefully we'll have like something that resembles a checkerboard pattern. Hoping we don't have any major disasters because this cake coming out of the tin was quite fragile, but hopefully it will have firmed up once it's cooled. So we will come back when the second batch are ready and cooled and stack some cake. So the second batch is baked and mostly cooled, but I am growing impatient. Danny's currently in the shower, so I've taken the time to wrap his presents and write his card. But I think I'm gonna start cutting and jigsawing now because I just want to get it done. So traditionally you would sandwich Battenberg with apricot jam, but that is not his favourite. So instead I'm going to be using black cherry jam, which I think would go really nicely with almond. So once it's all cut and sandwiched, I am then going to ice it with marzipan. And I might put some sort of decoration in the marzipan. I don't know yet.
But I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody Say me other thing going to do. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? I don't know. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? I don't know. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. Just live myself. Behind me. Just live myself. Behind me. Look behind me.
So she is stacked and ready for the bit I hate the most. I always get like really nervous when I'm icing, but it's marzipan, so technically it's not as fragile as icing. She's a bit lopsided, but as you can tell, we are going for taste over look today. If I was to make this again, I think rather than double the recipe, it needs tripling or maybe even quadrupling, because I would have ideally wanted it probably a lot higher than that. But she's cute and she's gonna taste good, so it's fine. Also, if I was baking this again, if the cakes were higher, I would have been able to level them off so that it didn't dome. But I didn't do that this time because I would have been left with no cake if I'd have leveled the top of each cake, so I left it as it was. It's fine. So I'm just gonna dust the worktop with icing sugar, roll out the marzipan, cover it in marzipan, and then I might crimp the edges. Or will that make it look like a pie? Well, that could have gone a lot worse. So if you don't want folds down the side of your cake when you're icing it, lift and smooth. Just mold the icing or the marzipan around the cake. Never pull it, always lift and smooth towards the cake. So now I'm just gonna cut around it, but I'm gonna leave myself enough to kind of fold underneath the cake, if that makes sense. Now I'm just gonna get all the fingerprints out of it with this. You can get one of these from any cake store. To be honest, like you can get these from big supermarkets now in the baking section, or you can get them online. I'm just making some rope to go around the base of it because it just looks a bit bare. Just a tip, if you don't have a fondant extruder, which by God I wish I had, when you're rolling snakes of like icing or marzipan, use the palm of your hand rather than your fingers, and then it won't look like, well, it won't look lumpy. So now I'm going to use a crimping tool. You can get these in any kind of design you want. And I'm just going to go around the rim of the cake and make a pretty pattern basically. So here it is. This is the finished product. Now you could put like more design on the top. You could probably imprint like some sort of quilt pattern in the top, but I like it how it is. That's obviously the back. Let's just move it forward. I think it's cute. So we will see tomorrow what the inside looks like. I hope it works. You would not believe the amount of washing up I have to do. So I've got everything out that we're going to need for dinner. At least I think I have. Anyway, so what I'm going to make is kind of like a shallot, brandy and cream chorizo and prawn pasta. And I've also got some samphire to go with it because I've not had samphire in ages and I actually really like it. So with the chorizo and the samphire, it's going to be quite salty, so I'm going to have to watch that. I'm going to fry off some chorizo dry in the pan, and that tends to have quite a lot of oil come out of it. So then I'll fry the shallot in that. I'm going to chop the shallot quite small, and then I'll probably add the cream and the brandy. And then you will need some form of ignition. If you've got a gas hob like mine, you could probably use the hob fire to just flambe it, but I'm using quite a high-sided pan, so I don't think that'll work, so I'll just torch it. So yeah, and we're having it with tagliatelle. I'm pretty happy with how the cake turned out actually, considering I probably should have trebled the recipe rather than just doubled it. So it was smaller than I wanted, but the checker pattern inside, that turned out quite well. And it tastes really nice. I would highly recommend the recipe. Like I said, I'll pop it down below. Also, thank you for 200 subscribers. I know it probably seems trivial to you guys, but for me, it's a big thing. So thank you very much. But that is going to be the end of the vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I think what I'll do now is I will finish the video with some of the footage from our walk the other day. Thank you for watching. Bye!